Alright. Hello again. This is gonna be take 2. I am RJ Benson, and we are working on redo from an illustration I did back in 2015. So this is gonna be like a month-long project, and I meant to get on earlier, but I've been napping and working on my books all day, so now I'm about to go to my happy place and do some art. So let's get to it. What's going on? Why aren't you working? Oh, there you go. So the other day we got we had the base outline of the body outlined. Today I said that I would work on face, background, clothing, and wings. So to be honest, that seems like a lot to get done on a Saturday, especially because I'm getting started a little bit later than I had originally intended. So I think that means tomorrow I'm gonna have to get on instead and work on it then. So you guys will see me tomorrow too. So I think today, instead of working on the face, I'm gonna work on I think today is gonna be wings and background. Again, you know, the faces are not my area of expertise, so I always end up doing them last. So I'll probably end up doing the face and clothing tomorrow. So Sunday, we'll do face and clothing. Alrighty. Oh. You're supposed to be Alright. I'm gonna look up for one thing, because it's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to erase. Oh no, I didn't do that. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, but you're supposed to turn to erase. You're not doing it. Oh. Alright. So let's get into... Oh, not the eyedropper. Let's get into getting these wings outlined. The other thing I'm going to look at, there we go, is the references that I have for them. So I have, no, don't do that. Okay. Why does it look odd? Like, I feel like that's not how I had it set last time. It was. No, I can't even see it. Probably because this layer is too high. Yeah. Sort of like that. Doing that. Okay. There you go. All right. Look over too far. Like sitting like way over here for some reason. There we go. So I feel like there's like two feathers here. Like there's one that's like back here. And then there's one that's right in here. Oh, of course I messed up that one. There's like one that's like back here. And then there's one that's up here. Doing a bunch of dirty work. Again, those freaking lines get me every time. And then the other problem is now it's too dark, now I can't see where the feathers are. Okay. So there's definitely one like right here. We have roommates. You can hear. I don't know if you can hear the stove going off in the background, but there's some my roommates. So I think there's I see another one here. See like something going on here. When you're drawing feathers, you have to be careful, like, which way they're going, because in reality, feathers underneath sit in a specific way versus the ones that are like on top. Like the underside sits differently than the top side. Otherwise, they won't be able to fly. So it's important to get the direction correct, or to look really off. Oh, I guess that's probably just a shadow, but oh well. Again, the outline doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be. That's what's important. You can always go in and make it better later. I don't know what's going on with that one, but I don't like that long line. Ooh, that was way too big. Go down. Let's zoom in and see what's happening here. Vector lines. Not rhyming to erase. I'm trying not to hunch over. Because I pulled out my Cintiq this time. Last time I was using my Huion. I don't know how you say it. But I was using my tablet last time. This time I'm using my Cintiq, so I'm actually drawing straight on it, which is a little bit easier. But also makes me like hunch down. Did I say it was easier? I lied. It's terrible. I'm not a fan of like how round this area is. Like I feel like it needs to be more of like this. that is. It's too round. I don't like it. I don't know why they're round like that. They should be pointed. So I can fix it later. Like how I did with the feet. I didn't like the feet were modeled, so I actually just found some references and drew how I wanted them to look. Now into the primaries. Yeah. Primaries are always fun to draw. Can do fun things with them. And tonight it's just really about getting that outline in. And then once you got like the basic outline, I might go back in and, you know, make them a little less model perfect looking, round and weird. How does that look? Oh, actually, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I must have been using a higher thickness on the other night. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with these round edges. But of course it blends in so much and I have to guess here. Okay. I think this is just shadow right here, but I'll still block it in. And we have some little tiny feathers hiding in the background. Oh, I want them to be around. Oh, we got feathers. Feathers. Let me redo that line. That's the line. It's bad. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want it to be terrible. So that's how it looks so far. So the wings actually they're going a lot faster than I thought they would. So if the wings keep going this quickly and go back in and add my little imperfections to them that I want. And get the clothing in. I think we talked about doing the clothing tomorrow. Should I do the background? I probably want to do the clothing and the face before I do the background. I don't know why I'm dreading doing the face so much. I just think that it's not usually my strong suit. But it'll be fine. We can do this, right guys? We can do this. To go in and find some good references and it'll turn out good. Oh, I'm erasing. Ooh, that was really squiggly. Undo. Oh wow, okay, let me just redo all of this. It's totally off. This is why we zoom in. Oh my gosh, this is like way off, okay. Let's try that again. I'm not much of a talker, which I know is probably not a good thing if you're going to do streaming, but you know. As we all get to know each other more, I'm sure we'll have more to talk about. So I guess I could talk about my character and why I'm drawing him. And my goal is to eventually create, well, yeah, I guess technically, yeah, I'd be drawing, but to create a graphic novel for my first book. Not for the first book, for the whole series. I would like to have a graphic novel for each book, because I feel like, you know, not everyone reads, but a ton of people read comic books, and that's just like a whole other audience that I'm just losing out on. So I would love to see, you know, it's like one thing to write about your characters, but to like see them come to life, like when you draw them, or when you like create comics for them and they become TV shows and movies. And I mean, it's it's a wonder to me that Hollywood constantly makes remakes when you just have so many authors chomping at the bit that have all of these original stories, and that we would just be like, please make it into a TV show, please make it into a movie, like, make our dreams come true. I mean, you have libraries full of all this original content, and then they just keep making remakes because it worked the first time. But, you know, what do I know? I definitely think, and a lot of people get asked, you know, if you could turn your books into a movie, would you? Or would you do a TV show? I think I'd do a TV show, because I think that there's just so much that you can't capture in a movie that you could capture in a TV show. The downside is that it has to be more episodic, which is why more procedural, like homicide novels usually work best. Or like books that are series, which is why the True Blood series did so well, because it was like a 20 length long novel series, which is also why Game of Thrones did so well, because it was like 7 books in or something like that. Same with The Walking Dead, there was like a ton of graphic novels for that. So it can't be just based off like one book, even though Noah Sparks does pretty well. I mean, you gotta hand it to him with The Notebook, and definitely is really good at writing romance, that is for sure. Though I do feel like there are some authors that are getting a little overrated, in my opinion, but I mean, they definitely deserve all of the recognition because they are amazing at what they do. So, as we say in the author community, when one rises, we all rise. And same in the artist community, but particularly in the author community. So I write but I write mostly LGBT novels, MM romance, which is boy love, gay love, and the community is just, it's amazing. You know, we're all so supportive of each other, and it's awesome. You know, I was just talking to one author on Facebook the other day who was just like, I can't believe after like 6 years I finally got, you know, a book in the bestseller, and I've written like 10 books already, and I'm so excited, and you know, everyone was just congratulating them, and it was inspiring because, you know, you gotta keep working at it and eventually you'll get there. It's not something that comes automatically. I definitely have to always remind myself, like, I'm not one of those authors that can do the quick release. I'm too much of a perfectionist, and I have too much going on in my life, working, to, you know, to come up with a book every month. It's just too much. And so I have to remind myself not to compare myself to others and just do what I can do, and you know, you gotta keep going, and eventually, who knows what'll happen. Like right now, I am working on my 3rd book, and it's almost finished. I have 23 finished chapters of 32, and it's already at like 80,000 words. So, or no, it's already like 75,000 words, and it's probably going to end up at like 100K. It's going to be the longest book I've written so far. And then I just got publishing rights back to my first book. So I'm in the process of re-editing it, and I'm going to re-release it here in May, maybe late May. Might end up being June, just because I might actually send it out to get professionally edited again for like the billionth time. I can't decide what I want to do. If I want to like relaunch and stuff, or if I just want to put it out there, or I just feel like the first time I didn't do all the things, and I could have set it up better for success, and I didn't, because I was busy going to school, and so my priority really wasn't my book release. My priority was getting through senior year and graduating. And so when my book came out, I didn't really do all the things and promote it the way that I could have. So I might push it back a little bit and, you know, let it release in April. Or not April. It's already April. June. Again, these feathers are really round. I'm going to go back in and make them less round. I don't like them being all round like that. Look at some references on birds and see how they look. I think it's the way I manipulated the wing. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look quite right. Yeah. I also just started wearing contacts again for like the first time in 15 years, and I forgot how much they dry your eyes out. Wow. Oh, I'm so tired of wearing glasses. I've been wearing glasses for so long. I think I'm just kind of over the pushing them up my nose and then falling off, and having to like wipe them down every time it rains or gets foggy or I get overheated. Just a little tired of my glasses. I just did not realize like how dry contacts make your eyes. I forgot. All right. Sloop. Sloop. I don't like that sloop. Sloop. We're back into the primaries. So I gotta do the top half still. Get alive the primaries. Primaries are some more fun ones to work with. But the first book is called Fallen Virtue, and it is about a fallen angel. It's basically my twist on Christian mythology. One of the things I enjoy doing is taking mythology, well-known mythology that people have heard, heard all the stories, and putting my own little twist on it, but like doing it to the point where they almost believe that my version is real. Because they say the best lie is one hidden within truth, and so I like to do that with stories. So that's what I'm doing with my books. So I'm taking what people think they know about angels and demons and twisting it. And it's fun. And I grew up in the Christian faith, even though I'm not anymore, but so I know a lot of the stories, and I've done a lot of research into demonology and angelology. I don't know the word for it, but yeah, so it's fun. But so far, the first book has come out, even though I did take it down, so now it's getting relaunched in May or June this year. Probably May. Which will be next month. Probably late May. Just gotta finish editing it and refreshing it a little bit. Because since I've written the first book, a lot of story elements have changed. So I just wanted to go back in and make it more consistent with the rest of the books. And it's a 5-part series. The second book is out, but I would wait to read it until I relaunch the first. And that's called Sinful Pride. I like it. It's a play on words, which you'll get once you read the books. So, like, for instance, the first book's called Fallen Virtue because the main character, Zane, is a virtues, and he's one. So in heaven, there's 3 dominions: the virtues, the warriors, and the powers. And Zane, the main character, is originally from the virtues dominion, but then he becomes a fallen angel. He gets cast down to Earth, into the Earth realm, and so hence Fallen Virtue. Get it? So that is why I named the first book Fallen Virtue. Excuse me while I concentrate on this really quick. And then the second book is called Sinful Pride, and one of the main characters, which is Zane's best friend, his name is Zane, and his nickname is Sin for short. And so the second book, even though it's still, the main arc will always follow Zane in each book, a lot of the story revolves around sin. So the second book is called Sinful Pride because Sin is a demon from the Pride faction in hell, and in hell there are 7 factions. They follow the 7 deadly sins: so pride, gluttony, sloth, blah blah blah. So Sinful Pride. And same with the third book, Defiant Warrior. it's a bit less clear with that name, because I feel like I give a lot of different hints on like who the title refers to throughout the book. It's a couple different people. I feel like a couple of different characters, like they all are a little bit defiant and they're all warriors in their own right. So that title doesn't necessarily specify any one character. But I'm excited for it to come out once I finish writing it. I'm hoping I can get it entirely finished. I was hoping to get it done by the end of this month, but that's not gonna happen. So hopefully by the end of May, I'll have the third book finished. And then I'll send it off to an editor. And my hope is to release Defiant Warrior in June at the latest, which will fall with Pride Month, so it's perfect. And then I have to write the 4th and 5th, and that will finish off the series. And you can find out more about those on the website, which you can find in my link tree on my channel dashboard. So don't forget to follow and subscribe. Oh yes, I just did that. I don't know, I'm just not that person that's gonna be like, please subscribe to my channel. I mean, if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. I hope you do, but if you read my books, then I hope you enjoy my art. And I hope to, you know, be here for a while creating art and content for you guys. Let's see. Alright, so I think I got all of the wings laid out. Oh, I didn't do the top part. That's important. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we got the wings outlined. So now what I'm gonna do is go into the different feathers and like add some character to them. As you can see, like, you know, in here they've got some breakage and some little fluffers and things. So I'm gonna go into the feathers and add some of those imperfections, because if it's too perfect then it doesn't look right. Imperfections are really what bring the beauty out in the world. I call them imperfections, but I don't see them as imperfections. So I'm gonna grab I like that. So let me actually just make this another layer so I don't screw it up by accident. That might be too much. I don't want to go like overboard with it either. Let's make it like really basic. I like the idea of having this one have kind of like a no, not that one. Yeah, it already looks it already looks a little bit more natural. I really take off a couple of these things. I feel like if he really had this much damage on his wing, he probably wouldn't be able to fly. It looks better. I think this is where I was talking about, like, I don't like how round these are. I feel like these could all have been, like, much better. This is good because when I actually go back in and, like, ink everything, I know exactly, like, what I want it to look like. I feel like the inking will probably come next week, when I start putting in the color. So next week I'll probably do all of the inking, which will be very similar to this past week where I've just been outlining everything. I'm getting, like, the basic, like, first layout down. And then hopefully by the end of next week, like Saturday or Sunday, next Saturday or Sunday, that I'm, like, laying down color, getting that flat color base. So again, tonight I'm just working on, like, outlining all the wings and the feathers, getting all those imperfections in there since I already got the wings outlined. I think I talked about doing the background, so we'll see how I feel. And, like, once I get these wings, I might actually cut it short here once I get the wings done. tired. And then I'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll do the face and the clothing and get that background in. But so that's pretty much what this week is. I mean, so far, just for my personal, like, pat on the back, like, I feel like I'm doing really good. Like, for someone who has, like, perfectionist tendencies, I'm really trying not to, like, one of the things they teach you when you go through therapy and stuff is to be kind to yourself. And, you know, I'll be open and honest that I have been in therapy before, and that was something that, like, they taught us, one of the coping mechanisms, you know, is you gotta start being kind to yourself. You have to be kinder in how you speak to yourself, how you speak about yourself, and you need to be nice and kind and not beat yourself up so much. And that is something that I struggle with. I think a lot of people do. So I'm trying to do that, trying to do better about that. So growing up, they don't really teach us about emotions or how to handle them or what they even are most of the time. And it's more so like if you've been in the military like I have, they teach you to suppress your emotions, and which makes it worse when you do go through something traumatic, and which is why I ended up being in therapy, is because of the things that I went through while I was in the military. And when I got out, I didn't know how to handle all those emotions that I had let build up over all that time. I didn't know what to do with myself, and that kind of caused me to spiral, and it didn't end well. I mean, it did, because I'm here now and I'm good, but you know, it's something that everyone needs to understand better. Is that we need to be kind to ourselves. And I forget that a lot, and so I let my perfectionism take over, and it makes it hard for me to get things done. Because I get into that, you know, they call it that perfectionist paralysis, where you're so worried about how it's going to turn out that you just can't do it at all. And you don't even know where to start. You just get overwhelmed, and then you freeze, and yeah, so it's important to like be kind to yourself. And so part of why I'm doing this is because I want to work on fixing that habit and bettering myself and getting through projects and completing projects. And I don't know if any of you have heard the affirmation song by Snoop Dogg. It is hilarious, but it's amazing, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's just having a bad day. Just go YouTube or Spotify or whoever and find the affirmation song by Snoop Dogg. It is hilarious and amazing, and I listen to it like every day because there's no one better to be than myself. Today's gonna be an amazing day, and it's just, you listen to it and you just feel so much better because positive affirmations. You know, it's funny because it's a kid's song, but it should be for everybody. Alright. Need some eye drops so I'm getting drowsy. apologies for anyone who doesn't like things being in your eye, but oh, much better. My eye doctor told me once that I don't blink all the way, so my eyes get dry really fast. So I might win at a staring contest with you. I'm just kidding. So yeah, you can already see that like this wing looks just so much more natural just because of like those little tiny imperfections, as we'll call them. Just those little like break off, like, because that's how feathers actually look in real life. Yeah, they don't look so round and weird like that, like the model is. The beauty is in the imperfections, as we say. So what I'm gonna do here Nice. So now what I can do is merge with layer below. Yay. Make sure we save. Probably could go up here and do these feathers too. Something weird going on up here. I don't want to screw it up, so such feather. More like this one maybe. So I think at this point is when I would need to go find like some bird references and look at how their feathers sit at the top there on those ridges. Which is probably what I should do. Yeah. So I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream for now because I'm kind of tired and it's about 8 o'clock my time here, and Saturday is my weekend, so I'm not really like gonna force myself to keep going if I'm tired. But tomorrow, since I did start off late today, I will be on probably earlier tomorrow because it's Sunday. What else am I gonna do? So, alright, so tomorrow my goal is to finish outlining the wings and getting those little imperfections in there, find some bird references for this top ridge of the wing, outline the background, outline the face and the clothing, and that would finish up this first part of this project, getting that basic layout down. And then next week, probably, I don't know, depending on how busy my week is at work, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, I'll come back and start inking everything, getting that really nice line work down. And then after that, my goal for this coming week is to get everything inked and get all the flat color done by Sunday. So by the end of tomorrow, the full layout of the illustration will be done. By the end of next week, it'll be inked and flat color will be in. The week after that, the goal is shading, texture, highlights, all the good stuff, lighting. And the week after that is finish, touch up, polishing, all the good stuff. Finish whatever I haven't finished by then. So, alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit up my links on Linktree and see what else you can find. Follow me on all the platforms. I go by The Real RJ Benson. So, have a good night. Bye.